I'm Tessa Smith with Mama's Geeky. Thank you so much for taking the time today.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for taking the time.
Oh my God, you have so many cool things behind you. I could stare back there all day.
Who do you?
We're cool people, I've got to say. No, but I really enjoyed this film. I thought it was so much fun. And something I loved about it is I feel like we've seen Batman as a father figure, but not like really a father yet. And so can you kind of talk about I talked with Luke a little bit about bringing that out, and he said, you and him had a lot of discussions about that.
Yeah, yeah. You know, like you said, like we're so used to seeing Batman as this brooding presence. And for us, we're telling a Christmas story. We wanted to tell it through the eyes of an 8-year-old child, which is Damien. And so everything kind of happened organically from there. And it's like, what does Bruce look like as a dad? If he's in full dad mode and he's no longer focused on being Batman because he cleaned up crime. Now he's taken all of that energy and he put it into raising his son, right? And so he's like this doting, we call him Batcopter dad. He just kind of hovers over his son way more than he should. But it's like it still feels like Bruce because Bruce kind of does everything to an extreme. You know what I mean? And so he has a beard, he's got his like flannels, he's got his dad sneakers. And it was a fun space for us to explore for me as a director because I have kids. I put a lot of my own dadisms into it. One of the writers also has kids my age and who's also my age, and he put a lot of his own dadisms in it, and Borders did as well. And it was just really fun and special and cool to see Bruce like this because, like you said, you don't get to see it much.
Yeah, I mean, do you find yeah, do you find beards more intimidating?
No, no. But I think it's funny that Bruce thinks it's more intimidating.
I loved that when the Joker like mentioned it, I was like, this is perfect. Like
Like,
when he was like, oh, it is more intimidating, like with the beard you have going on. I was like, thank you. This was great.
yeah.
It was so funny. But I love this animation style too. I mean, I love animation in general, but I love when we can see different styles. Can you talk about kind of finding that style?
Yeah, we didn't want Christmas just to be a backdrop. We want Christmas to be infused, like it's part of the DNA, it's part of everything with the story. And so, we wanted that, portrayed not just with the story, but also with the visual story, the visual style storytelling as well. And so we kind of landed in this idea of something that felt very illustrative and something that felt like a picture book. And there we kind of landed on like Ron Searle and his sketches and his design sensibility because it's both kind of rough and crude, but it's also very funny, which fits really well with Christmas and Batman. And then we also from there we landed on a monochromatic color style because we wanted to feel like a picture book.
Yeah, I mean, it's absolutely beautiful. I've watched it several times already. My kids and I love it. We're cracking up. It's just, I think it's going to be one of those movies that goes into our yearly Christmas rotation. You know what I mean?
Thank you. That's like the highest compliment ever.
Yeah, of course. And then real quick, I want to ask, you've had a lot of background in animation for regular shows, one of my favorite shows ever. I'll just have to say that. But did you feel like any of that really helped you in kind of directing this? Anything you took away from all of that?
1,000%. All those experiences, form who I am as an artist and form lots of decisions that I make. I worked on Rugrats years ago, and one of the things that was really fun about Rugrats was kind of a similar idea. The world is through like these babies' perspective, and what does that look like? We didn't go so much for forced perspective in that, but that idea, and having worked on that project, definitely open up some doors for me in thought process of how do we kind of build this world that we're seeing it through the eyes of an 8-year-old, right? So he's like
Mhm.
this tiny little kid in this huge world, and everything feels really immense and expansive. So
Awesome.
100% that everything comes from something.
Yes. Well, thank you so much and congratulations. Like I said, love the movie and I'm really looking forward to the Bat Family series as well. It's gonna be fun.